Hello and welcome to day 5 of our 30-day yoga journey intention. Today we explore. It's all about exploring the movements and finding what feels good for you. So often when we do yoga practices, it can be about getting into a certain shape. But our bodies are all different and shapes are going to look different on each of us. So with exploration, it's about exploring how the shape can work for you and finding what makes you feel your best in each shape. So today we're going to explore, we're going to play in the different poses and the different shapes so you can really begin to understand what works in your body and what makes you feel your best in your body. So without further ado, let's begin. We're going to begin today seated, so however that is for you. Maybe explore and play a little bit today in your seated posture. Maybe you want to sit cross-legged. If you are sitting cross-legged, perhaps just trying to bring that odd leg in front of us, the leg that you wouldn't have at the front normally. Play with it. See how it feels. If you want to play with other seated postures, perhaps sitting on your knees, today is the opportunity to do so. So have a play, find where you want to be, and when you've found that space, bring your hands to rest. And when your hands are rested on your legs, perhaps just move them up and down your legs, starting to feel what that feels like, starting to feel the contact of your hand on your legs, starting to build awareness around the parts of the body that are connected to the earth. And then when you're ready to find some stillness, bring your hands to rest in the place that feels really good for you. Sit up a little taller through the spine so your spine is nice and long. Relaxing those shoulders down and coming into the breath, just tuning into it. Beginning to build awareness around your breath, how it feels to be breathing in your body today. And then just maybe notice where the breath is landing for you today in this practice. And again, there's never any right or wrong here, it's just simply beginning to build that awareness around the breath. Allowing that breath to just flow as it naturally does. We're not trying to control it, we're just becoming a witness to it. We are going to begin to connect those movements with the breath. So on your next inhale, we're going to take your hands down beside you. We're going to walk that right hand out towards the right side of the mat and begin to reach that left arm up and overhead. Inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to turn the chest towards the ground, bringing the left hand towards the earth. Inhale, sweep that left arm up, open up, look up. Exhale, left hand lowers. Inhale, reaching overhead, looking up. Exhale, lower down. Good. Inhale, reach. This time as you exhale, we're going to take that left hand to the left knee and we're going to inhale up through center, reach the right arm up and over. Breathing here. Perhaps taking your gaze up to the floor, up to the ceiling, up to the floor, honestly. And then lifting up through center, keeping that left hand where it is, we're going to take the right hand behind you in a twist. Inhale here, see if you can find a little more length, and as you exhale, can you look over that right shoulder a little more? Inhale sweeps the right hand up, turning forward. We're going to cross that right arm over the left, taking the right hand to the left knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curl your spine away. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, curling it in. Inhale lifts you up, lifting those hands off the knees, up in line with your shoulders, and then bringing your backs of your hands to touch, pausing here. Releasing the arms, taking that left hand down beside you, walking those fingertips out to the left side, and then reaching the right arm up. Exhale, lower the right hand to the mat. Inhale, lifts the right hand up, look up towards that right elbow. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. And exhale takes that right hand to that left knee. Coming up through center in an inhale, reach that left arm over. Pausing and breathing here. Coming up through center, keeping that right hand where it is, take the left hand behind you. Coming through a twist. Inhale, see if you can find a little bit more length. Exhale, twisting in. Coming through center, reaching that left arm up, and then crossing that left arm over the right. Again, inhale, open, exhale, round, curling away. Inhale, open, exhale, curl. And coming through center, lifting the hands off the knees, bringing them out in line with the shoulders, and then backs of the palms together. Releasing the arms down. We're going to come onto hands and knees. As you do so, notice how you move. Really be intentional with your movements. Perhaps you roll over your knees onto hands and knees. Perhaps you uncross your legs to find your way there. Just being really intentional, seeing how you move. Explore the movements. See what feels good for you to get here. Once you've found your way into that tabletop position, we're going to walk our knees under our hips, your hands under your shoulders. And we're going to take some cat-cows. But with this cat-cow shape, I want you to explore and play. So maybe go off the railway tracks a little bit. Maybe you move those hips from side to side as you drop the belly. Maybe you look forward and you play. As you exhale, perhaps you round through that spine and you lift the heel of one hand and then the other. Perhaps you take circles with the belly, coming through those cat-cow shapes, but adding on so it creates a barrel roll. Maybe you want to move forward and back through those cat-cows. Play and explore. There's no right or wrong. It's just simply exploring how the body feels and how you can really expand the movement to make it feel good for you. It's about exploring each shape. So they might not look the same as me, it might not look the same as your neighbour or your friend, and that's okay. It doesn't have to. It's really about beginning to build that awareness around what feels good in your body. Maybe there's a space where you want to hold that movement today. Then listen to it. Do so. This is your opportunity to really work out what feels good for you. Then coming back to that tabletop shape, we're going to tuck the right toes, extend the right leg back. As you inhale, lift it up in line with your hip. And then as you exhale, round through the spine, bringing the knee towards the nose and step that foot forward. Now play a little bit here. If you feel like you're a little off balance, you might walk that right foot out to the right side of your mat, giving you a little bit more space between the legs, creating a wider shape. Perhaps you want to walk it in a little closer, see how that feels. Again, this is your time to really play and explore in the shapes. Perhaps you want to take a little side to side hip movement. Play, explore, feel into it. Then when you're ready, we're going to ground down into the knee and the foot and lift up. Lifting up out of the mat. Reaching those arms up overhead. Breathing here. Relax through the shoulders. And this time we're going to take that right hand down beside you and reach that left arm over. Getting a wee side bend here into that left side. Inhale up through center. Exhale, the left hand lowers to the mat. Now your right hand can come to that right knee, or you can lift it up in a side twist, whatever feels good for you. I'm going to walk my right foot out because I'm feeling like it today. And then I'm going to press that right hand into my knee. And I'm going to bring the knee closer to us and send it further away. Just kind of feel in this shape today. If you have your hand raised, you might just do a little bit of up and down movements with the hips. Again, it's finding what feels good for you. There's no right or wrong here. Then coming down, and we're going to release that left hip over the left knee, lifting up onto the heel of that front foot for your half splits. Now again, opportunity to play and explore here. Perhaps you keep your bottom lifted up off the mat. Perhaps you want to sink down and extend that front leg. You might even walk that front foot forward a little bit and come into a little bit of a lower split. Whatever feels right for you is where you should be today. Good. We're going to come back forward and we're going to step that right foot back. Coming back through that tabletop shape for a moment so you can tuck the toes of the left foot, send the left leg back, lift it up in line with the hip. Then curling that knee in towards the nose, step that foot forward. Again, play with what feels good for you. Perhaps you want to walk that left leg out a little further. Maybe you want it walked in. Whatever feels good is where you should be. You might want to take some gentle movements in the hips. No right or wrong. Play. Then when you're ready, you'll ground down into that knee and the foot and lift up through center. Breathing here. Lower that left hand, reach that right arm over, getting into that right side body. Your hand might just be reaching down towards the earth. You might have a block under that left hand. Up to you. Coming up through center, we're going to lower that right hand. And again, that left hand can reach up, or it can come to that left knee, and you might push that knee away and then bring it closer. If your hand is raised, you might just be taking some gentle up and down with the hips. Find what feels good for you. And then coming back through center when you're ready. We're going to sink the hips back so we can lift up onto the heel of that front foot. And again, where do you want to be? Do you want to lower your hips down to the mat? Do you want to walk that left foot forward a little? Play. Find what feels good for you. Perhaps you want a gentle bend in that left knee. That's okay too. Maybe you want to take a little sway. It's your practice. Find what feels good for you. We're going to roll forward here, coming back through that lunge so you can tuck the right toes, step the right foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold over the legs, ground down into the feet, sweep those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Coming into your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So you might have your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. Perhaps if you take this all the time, you might walk your feet hips distance today just to find how that feels. Play with it. This is your opportunity. If this isn't feeling right for you, perhaps you'll walk them back in. Maybe you'll walk your feet as wide as your mat just for a little bit of exploration today. Wherever you are is where you should be. Perhaps we're going to roll forward onto your toes, lift the heels, and then back onto the heels, lift the toes. Again, maybe take this again, have a wee play. And then when you find that space where you feel the most steady, come to land there. Grounding down through the feet. Shoulders down away from the ears, palms face forward. As you inhale, we'll sweep those arms up. As you exhale, hands come to the chest and we're going to fold forward from the hips, lowering down towards the earth. Hands release to the mat. Play with your forward fold here. You might take some sways from side to side. Maybe you take opposite elbows. Maybe you take your hands to your ankles, pulling yourself in. Find what feels good for you here. And we're going to plant the hands on the mat and we're going to step both feet back. Coming through a plank shape. Lower your knees to the mat. And then from here we're going to lower our chest and chin down towards the mat. So we're going to bring our chest forward, bending at the elbows, lowering that chest and chin down. Hips lower to the earth. Inhale, lift up for your baby cobra. So we're not pressing into our hands. You can lift your hands off the mat and keep this shape. Exhale, lower down, forehead to the mat. Walk your hands outside the mat, coming up onto tented fingers. Then as you inhale, we're going to lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift, creating waves with your back. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Hands walk back in under the shoulders so you can come up through that tabletop shape. Tucking your toes, lift your hips to the sky for your down dog. Option to stay here, or option today to take your feet as wide as your mat in your down dog. Really find that length through the spine so you can keep a wee bend in your knees here. In this down dog shape. Playing with it. Now option to keep your hands where they are or option to take them as wide as the mat. Finding what feels good for you. Exploring with each shape. And if you've walked them wide, you might walk them back in. Then inhale, extend the right leg up. Exhale, foot comes between the hands. We're going to lower that back foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Sweep your arms up for your warrior two. As you hold your warrior, pause here. We're just going to feel what it feels like today to walk that knee forward over the toes. How does that feel for you? Now walk that knee back a little further. How does that feel? Then bring that knee over your ankle. How does that feel in your body? Relax your shoulders. Lean your chest forward a little. Come up through center. Send the back fingers towards the back of the room. Come up through center. Feel that centered, grounded space. On an inhale, we're going to come up onto the toes of the back foot, looking forward for your high lunge. Breathe here. Then bringing your hands in front of your heart, we're going to ground down into that right foot. Step that back foot forward slightly. And we're going to lean forward, lifting that back foot off the mat in a warrior three. Hips are down towards the mat, so we're not opening up to the side of the room, but we're turned down towards the mat, looking forward. Long line from the heel to the crown of the head. Now play here, you might want to take your arms out in front of you. You might want to take them alongside of you. You might want to keep them in front of the heart. Lower that back foot, come up through that high lunge. Release your hands to the mat. Step back to your plank. Lower the knees to the earth. Lower the chest and chin down. Hips lower as you slide through for a baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Ground down into the knees. Coming up through your tabletop. Tuck your toes for your down dog. Play with your down dog. If you took your feet wide last time, perhaps you'll bring them in a little closer this time. Maybe your toes even touch. Maybe you play with bringing your thumbs together. How does that feel? Then if you played with bringing your feet together, walk them wide again. Walk your hands back out to shoulders distance. Extend that left leg up. Step it forward between the hands. Lower that back foot parallel to the short side of the mat. Sweep up into your warrior two. We're going to have a play in this warrior two. This time, extend that left foot, knee forward over the toes. How does that feel? Come up through center. Extend that left leg back, knee back a little bit, so you're not over your ankle. How does that feel? Bring your knee back over that ankle. What does that feel like in your body? This time we're going to lean forward, reaching that left arm forward. What does this feel like? Come up through center. Send the right hand back towards the back of the room. What does this feel like in your body? Come back through center. Relax your shoulders. Breathe here. Coming up onto the toes of that back foot through your high lunge. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart, we're going to come through that warrior three. So stepping forward slightly, grounding down into that left foot, right foot lifts off the mat. Play with it. See what it feels like to open your hip to the side of the room. Then to close your hips down towards the mat. How does that feel? And if you fall out of it, come back into it. It's totally fine. See what it feels like to extend your arms long. Then extend them alongside the body. Then to heart center. Which option do you prefer? Go there now. Breathe. Pause. Then this time we're going to exhale, step that right foot beside the left foot, coming into your mountain shape. So again, play and explore with what feels best for you today. And it's important to note that our bodies might be different on each day, so what feels good for you today might not feel good for you tomorrow. That's okay. Adapt it each day to what suits. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Then plant your hands and step your feet back. Coming into your plank shape. See how this feels on your body today. Long line from the heels to the crown of the head. Breathe here. Then lower your knees to the mat, sink your hips back, and come up to seated in a hero's pose. Breathe in here, bringing your hands to rest along your legs. And we're going to extend our legs long. So notice how you get there. Extending those legs out in front of you. Finding that length through the spine. You might take a gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Play with where you want to be today. What feels good for you in this forward fold? Perhaps you want to take a bit more of a bend and take your hands to your feet. Perhaps you want to keep your hands on your ankles or up by your calves. Play with it. See what feels good for you. Then this time we're going to ground down through the feet, through the sit bones as you round up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, with your head and shoulders the last thing to come up. Bringing those feet together, allow your knees to drop open in your butterfly shape. And just take a little flap of your butterfly wings here. Allow your knees to flap up and down. And then allowing them to rest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward over those feet. Now have a play here. The closer you bring those heels to the groin, the more you might round your spine. The further away you send them, maybe the flatter your spine. Find what feels good for you in each shape. Play. Like I say, this is your chance to really explore the positions, what feels good for you. Do you want to round your spine? Do you want to play with a flatter back? It's up to you and your body. There's no right or wrong. It's just simply finding what feels good. And then rounding up, coming up through center. We're going to lower those feet to the mat. Arms reach forward, lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, coming onto your back. Walking your feet in a little closer to you. And from here today, we're going to bring both knees into the chest. And then allow those knees to drop in towards the underarms. We're going to come into happy baby. So perhaps play with each option here. If you usually go to your standard happy baby, just see how it feels to come into the different options. So just bringing those knees in towards the underarms and the hands to the knees. How does that feel for you? Perhaps you extend those feet up towards the sky and you take your hands to the back of the knees. Option to play a little bit more by taking your hands to the ankles. How does that feel? Then explore your hands coming to the outside of your feet. Maybe you explore taking a gentle rock from side to side, finding that inner baby. Then bringing the feet to touch, soles of the feet together, extend those knees out wide, coming back through that butterfly type shape, elbows coming to the inner knees here. And again, perhaps taking a gentle rock. Then bringing those knees into the chest, hugging them really close, keeping them as tight as we can towards the chest. We're going to extend those arms out to a T shape. We're going to drop the knees over to the left side. Gaze is going to come out over that right shoulder, taking a gentle twist here. Coming through center, drop the knees to the right side. Gaze out over that left shoulder. Inhale through center, feet to the floor. Extend the legs out long, allow the feet to drop open, arms come down beside you, palms faced up for your Shavasana. Letting go and simply being here. Beginning to lengthen your inhales and your exhales. Take a wriggle through your fingers and your toes. Allow that movement to be bigger through your wrists and your ankles. And stretching the arms overhead, taking a full body stretch, finding length, becoming as tall as you can be before bending your knees and rolling to the right side. Pause on your side for a moment of gratitude for your body, for all that it does for you. And then when you're ready, making your way up to seated. As we come to seated today, I'm going to read you a quote from Dan Walsh. Exploration is curiosity put into action. So get curious, play with anything that you do. See if there's a different path you can take. Play with the one that you would usually take. Explore. Get curious. Bringing your hands in front of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. If you enjoyed this practice, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button to see more videos like this, and hit the notification bell to see when videos drop. I look forward to seeing you for day 6 of Intention tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.